Hello, glorious woman. Hello, beautiful tribe of enrollment as a love affair. This is Dagmar Khan, and I am coming on for a quick tip, a quick live stream today on secret yet very simple strategy for getting paid in full anytime you are on enrollment call, anytime you're doing discovery call, sales call, providing that this is the right fit, providing the program that you're selling is the right next step or meaningful step for your potential client. How can you get paid in full on the call? So this is especially important if you want to get paid in full, and by all sense of imagination, I am vouching for you getting a large cash, a large injection of money right on the call, right as you're starting your work with a client. Why? Because cash flow is good for business. Also, ideally, you are in a place, hi Rochelle, hello beautiful, you're in a place where your contract and your agreement that you're signing with client is actually protecting your money and protecting you in a case of client getting demotivated or something happening in a client's life that might be really affecting your cash, affecting the money that you have earned. It's really, really important to put those legal things into place. But let us get into the strategy that once again is designed to get you paid in full, and especially helpful if you're doing transformational work. But no matter really what your service is, providing your service provider is going to work really beautifully for you. So the first piece I'm going to say that really is boiling down to your inner work is you need to feel worthy and deserving of getting paid in full, period, full stop. And we're not talking here like a small amounts, like if you are a hands-on healer or you have massage clinic, which is of course beautiful work, but like the amounts are small, $60 or 60 euros or $100 or $150. I'm not talking about this. I'm really talking when it comes to the high ticket, when it comes to client deciding to invest $1,500 to $2,000 to $3,000 to $4,000 to $5,000, even upwards of $10,000 for the healing and transformation. So what it means is you need to feel worthy and deserving of receiving the money. Any sense of shame, any sense of awkwardness, any sense of, you shouldn't be paid that much, it is going to show on the sales call. It's going to express itself either in your tonality, or it's going to affect how you're holding yourself or how you're asking for the money, or even how you're presenting the paid in full versus payment plan option. So first and foremost, you gotta do work on yourself and make sure that you feel good about getting paid in full. Now, some of the deeper stuff that does not usually get spoken about is there are many women who, they might have done the work on the receiving and they actually have no problem on receiving the money. That's the easy part. But what they might be struggling with is actually holding onto the money and being a good steward to the money, like respecting the money, deciding and making investments, whether the investment is in organic food or the investment is, buying a Bitcoin, like whatever that is, we are investing all the time. So using and investing that money wisely. And if you are in space, this has definitely happened to me about a year ago when I became clear on this piece, is I wasn't a good steward of money. And for a long time, I was in that negligent state. But then that pattern really became conscious for me. And I was like, oh, I see. But I was terrified of doing some work around this, which actually begin to affect my capacity to ask for paid in full, because deep down I was aware of the pattern that I can't manage my money well, but I was unwilling, I was really afraid of doing something about it. And that started to knock out my confidence on a sales call. So You might find yourself in what I'm sharing right here, but what's really, really important is to both to have that sense of deservingness and worthiness when it comes to receiving the large sums of money, but then also be able to, again, manage and invest and hold on to your money in a smart way. Now, if you're struggling with either or, there is work that needs to be done, that gets to be done. And really the beautiful thing about our Enrollment as Love Affair programming and Enrollment as Love Affair Accelerator is we work with our clients specifically on the inner pieces and the energetics so that you feel worthy receiving money, but you're also really good steward to the money and you can intentionally apply yourself moving forward. So that's on the inner piece. Now let's talk about the actual strategy on the sales call that positions the paid in full like an exquisite win for your prospective client. And that's what needs to be there, right? Like why people decide to, let's say, invest 3,000 euros upfront as compared to do like a 6 monthly pays of 500 euros. Why would they incentivize like the possible pain of departing with a larger sum of money upfront, knowing that their results are not guaranteed, knowing there is a lot of uncertainty and self-doubt and questioning? How can we incentivize the paid in full for our prospective client in a way they're like, oh my God, yes, that's what I want. So when it comes to the price piece, your paid in full needs to be cheaper than payment plan. I'm going to repeat that. Your paid in full needs to be cheaper than payment plan. Is this service to think that we should do a same price because we want to be really fair towards people and all of that? Anything you're buying on credit, whether it's insurance, whether it's mortgage, whether it's getting a new car, whether it's like paying off for a holiday, whatever it is, has interest. Because the banking company ultimately is able to provide the money up front by actually receiving credit. And that's how they pay wages and that's how they invest in all of that stuff. So you as a service provider, you really, when you're offering payment plan, you're acting as this banking company or financing company. And it is this service to you and to your business to think that there shouldn't be subcharge. There needs to be, and what I recommend is anywhere between 15 to 20% extra, depending on the length of the payment plan, 15 to 20% to really both incentivize, again, the paid in full, make the payment plan more expensive, but also in a certain shape or form, protect yourself, should a client, miss the payment or should client disappear from the planet Earth. Hopefully it doesn't happen, but you need some form of protection. So with this context, you actually made paid in full 20% cheaper, 15 to 20% cheaper. And ideally, this is presented on your offer, on your sales page like that, such as, for example, it is a 6 monthly payments of 500 euros, or you can save yourself 500 euros and do one simple pay of 2,500 euros. That's how I want you to think about presenting that. That's piece number one. Now, even bigger piece is, in this context, payment plan versus pay in full, they're basically the human brain is incentivized by saving money. I'm going to save myself money, which is great. But we want to add a next element to that and actually add something so meaningful, so powerful, so beautiful, such a remarkable add-on that human brain goes like, oh, and I get to receive this. I'm not only saving money, I get to receive this as well. So what I recommend is creating actually really special paid in full bonus. The bonus that's only given to your prospective client or client to be when they do pay in full. Now, depending on what you're selling, if you're selling one-on-one coaching, then paid in full bonus can be something like, morning 2-hour immersion. It can be a transformational healing workshop. It can be access to really some powerful online course that dramatically adds to that experience of what they're gonna work with you on. So quite recently, I was working with beloved client, and we're looking at, she was in a space of helping women to heal from chronic pain and chronic fatigue. And what she was helping her clients through things like a psychotherapy and body awareness and somatic experiencing, what she was helping her clients was ultimately break free from chronic pain and reclaim a sense of aliveness and vibrancy and energy. So the way we have packaged that for her was actually a Saturday immersion, which what it meant for her was 2 hours extra of her time with the client. But in the Saturday immersion, which we have called the fatigue transformation, something very meaningful for her client to be, in the fatigue transformation, she basically gave like a bird's eye perspective of all the things that are going to happen for her client over the course of 12 weeks together. So she broke down exactly what they're gonna do from a sleep perspective, what they're gonna do from nutrition perspective, what they're going to do from a nervous system perspective. And her clients not only bought the Paid in Full really easily, but they actually loved it, because with chronic pain, as you probably know, there can be a lot of fear and a lot of doubt and a lot of trepidation. What if I get worse? What if this doesn't work? What if? And what that fatigue transformation allowed for this woman, for her clients to have, is really that beautiful sense of orientation at the start of their journey. As they are embarking on this path, they can actually feel, like sit back, feel safe, trust the process, and allow themselves to be guided. So think for yourself, what can you create from something that does not, require tremendous investment of money or resources, but probably a little bit of your additional time, that will be perceived of an extraordinary value or extraordinary benefit to your client to be, and that will really incentivize the Paid in Full, whether your Paid in Full is 3,000 or 5,000 or 7,000, and incentivize in a way that your client on the call is like, of course I'm going to do Paid in Full, and I am really excited to step into this. So very curious as you hear this, as you listen to this, what opens up, what insights, what possibilities, what question open up for you. We want you to succeed. We want you to succeed with Paid in Fulls, with your cash flow, with your sales. So very excited for you to think through this. And of course, in the comments, let me know what questions you have, what insights you're gathering, and how we can support you in meaningfully move forward as you are intending, of course, to make the art of sales, or should I say, you attempting to make sales and enrollment the art of love affair, and get yourself paid any day of the week.